Hello. Welcome back on a Saturday. It feels weird to be doing this once again on a Saturday, but thankfully, I won't be wasting 2 hours of my Saturday evening. I'm wasting 2 hours of my evening tomorrow instead. But tonight, we will be choosing the track and the weather and the time of day for the Mystery Grand Prix tomorrow. Now, you probably read at the start how this is going to work. For the track selection, the wheel will include all tracks on the F124 game, as you can see. This does include tracks we have raced on and tracks we are going to race on. So, apologies if we have a double race. The wheel will be spun and it will land on the track. However, the track it lands on will not be the track we'll race on. Instead, it will be removed and we spin it until one track is standing. Reese wanted me to do this because it adds more suspense, apparently, which it does, but it just means I've got to sit here for longer. And yeah, the last track standing will be the track we race on. And the twist is round 7 is a sprint race. So it's going to be a sprint weekend. So I hope it's going to be a good one, otherwise, no one will turn up. This is like the draft, I guess. But it's the last one standing, and Portugal, we won't be seeing you. So it's a similar thing to the draft, the driver draft, which I'm sure many are familiar with. We've not done it just once, we've done it more than once. Portugal's off the radar, Abu Dhabi's off the radar. I believe they are two tracks we are racing at. So, are we racing at Abu Dhabi? Yeah, we have raced at Abu Dhabi. So we've raced at the Portugal and Abu Dhabi, so we won't be having a double header there. Ooh, Monaco stays in. And once again, Canada is a track we will be racing on this season. It is the last round of the calendar. We spin again. Once again, it just misses Monaco. And it's Spain that we removed. We will not be racing at Spain. The Dutch Grand Prix, we race there for round number 5. We will not be racing there again. A lot of people like the Dutch Grand Prix. I'm not a fan of the track personally. Spa, many like. It's not on this season's calendar, weirdly. But we're not going to be racing there either. See, Reese wanted to do this. Bahrain. Have we raced at Bahrain? No, we've not. It's not on the calendar, so that is a track removed that we haven't done this season. I feel like I'm going a bit quick, but who cares? Mexico. We will not be racing at the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez circuit. How many have we got left? 17. Oh, God. Going to be here all evening. China, Miami. It's another mixed opinion track. Miami. People wanted it to be Miami. People didn't. I'm not a fan of Miami personally. Nor am I Qatar. So we won't be having a sprint race at Qatar. It did host, I think, the opening round of season 3. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was either pre-season testing or round number 1. We won't be racing at Singapore. Singapore is round 8, so it would have been a double header if we had Singapore. So we don't have it for round 7. We don't have it, well, we do have it for round 8, sorry. Australia, first race of the real F1 season this season. Won't be going there. I'm concerned Monaco is still here. Azerbaijan is still here. We're removing Hungary. We are removing... I've just been pinged. Here we go. Once again, Jeddah is off the radar. We will not be racing at Saudi Arabia. I feel like no one cares about this. They just want to know what track they're racing on. So we have Japan, China. God, China, Imola, Monaco, Azerbaijan. They're all still there. Las Vegas is off. We will not be racing at Las Vegas. We did in round 2. We won't go to Monaco. We will not race at Monaco. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? I think it's more of a good thing we're not racing at Monaco. We're not racing at Imola either. Nor will we race at Japan. We have raced at Japan previously this season, round number 4. Are any tracks we've raced at this season still in this? We raced at Las Vegas. I feel like we landed on Las Vegas. I've got to double check that. I feel like we've landed on Las Vegas literally a minute ago, and it's still there. I might be tripping, but I've got to check this. Okay, right. Okay, maybe not. Nah, I swear we did. China, that's another shit track off the wheel. I'm concerned it's going to land on Las Vegas. I swear it's landed on Las Vegas. Austria, we're not going to be racing at. So it leaves Silverstone, Monza, Azerbaijan. Oh, so we've landed on Monza as well. Oh, we have landed on Las Vegas. I just realised I could look at the results. Right, so we have landed at Las Vegas. Why was it on there twice? Okay. I suppose we've done Monza as well. Maybe it was Imola I was thinking out. Okay, right. 5 tracks to go. We won't be racing at Texas. That's all USA tracks gone. Now, we will be racing at Silverstone, Monza, Brazil. All fairly respectable, good tracks. Or Azerbaijan. Okay, we won't be racing at Azerbaijan. Brazil, Great Britain, or Monza. Now, I think we have raced at Great Britain. Silverstone was a sprint race in round 3. So I kind of don't want Silverstone to be a sprint race in round 7. I don't think that's going to make a very... Okay, good. We won't be racing at Silverstone for another sprint race in the same season. That leaves it to Brazil and Monza. Oh, Brazil and Monza. What one will we be racing at? Don't forget, it's not the one that's selected, it's the one that is missing. We won't race at Brazil, which means we will be racing at Monza. We will be racing in Italy. And previously, when we've raced at Monza, yeah. Yeah, right. Next up, weather. As you see, we have a wheel of weather. And it's going to be spun for every single session. I feel like I've got to make a note of this. So we will be racing at Monza. Obviously, it's a sprint, so I'll make a note because otherwise I will forget. Monza. And then we got the sprint qualifying weather. There are 2 slots for this. We won't be removing weather from here, but as you can see, we've got more dry weather than wet weather. We've got 2 lots of clear, 2 lots of light cloud, 2 lots of overcast, 1 wet and 1 very wet. So for the sprint qualifying, it will start off dry. We will start off dry. Remove all instances. No, fuck off. And the latter part of sprint qualifying is going to be full wet. So people, you'll have to get your laps in quick tomorrow. Next up, the sprint. 3 weather slots. 3 weather slots for the sprint. The first is overcast. The second is overcast. The third is clear. So we have an all dry sprint race. Which I think is pretty good. We're now going to do 2 spins for qualifying. This is the main 18-minute qualifying to set up the race. We will be starting qualifying in clear, dry conditions. And we'll be finishing qualifying in very wet conditions. So once again, like sprint qualifying, you're going to have to get your laps in quite quick. This time you do have more time, I guess. Now for the race, we'll be starting off dry, which is always good, especially at Monza with that tight turn 1. It will continue to be dry. In the mid part of the race, it will be clear. And the latter part of the Monza Grand Prix, it is going to be like cloud. So it's going to be, like the sprint, an all dry main race. Time of day. It will be spun once for each session. So sprint qualifying, I can remove dawn, midnight, dusk. Because it can't be night, I guess, at Monza. Sprint qualifying is going to be realistic. In the main sprint, I feel like just spinning the time of day is a bit of a drag. In the main sprint, it'll be in the afternoon, which might as well be realistic. Qualifying, this is the main 18 minutes qualifying, will be random. It's not like the weather, so it's, it doesn't really matter. And then the main race will be realistic time of day. Cool. That is literally it. I will summarise, as I feel like. Why should I not? We will be racing at Monza. The weather in sprint qualifying will be dry than wet. In the sprint, it will be all dry. In qualifying, the 18 minutes qualifying, it will be dry, then very wet. In the race, it will be fairly dry. The sprint qualifying will be starting at the realistic time. Sprint will be... It doesn't really affect things, not gonna lie. The sprint's in the afternoon, qualifying is random, and the race is realistic. If anything's going to affect the Mystery Grand Prix tomorrow, it is not the time of day. I've had like 3 people watch this. Lovely jubbly. I will see you tomorrow. I won't be seeing you tomorrow because I'll be racing. God, can't wait. That is going to go terribly. But Tejas will be with you at 4:30 tomorrow. Same time. Well, not same time. Usual time. Same place.